All right, all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. Way, Hawashad, it's your brother IQAhmath. IQAhmath first name, IQ is all the same. Quick impromptu update. I'm sure plenty of y'all ain't expecting to hear me go live or whatever the case may be. But doing the breaking news segment real quick, man. You see what's happening. It's happening. The intel obviously was correct. They said that they were expecting an Iran attack on Israel within 48 hours, and it has happened. A planned attack, drone attack from Iran hitting Israel has gone down, and I just wanted to share that with brothers and sisters. Let me share my screen real quick, uh, and I'm gonna read a little bit of this article and share it with y'all. Uh, Looking at First Thessalonians, um, First Thessalonians 5. Let's start here real quick. I'm gonna just read this real quick. Like I said, it's impromptu DSTM. Just keeping up with the times. The closer we're getting towards World War III, we know all the implications of an Iranian attack on Israel. The promises of an ironclad relationship between America and Israel. America promised that it would get Israel's back if they were attacked. It's happened. Let's see what goes down. First Thessalonians 5:1 says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So we're seeing that the imminent destruction that's going to be happening is going to come like a thief in the night. It's going to be at a peaceful time, right? But what day is it today for those who keep the Sabbath on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown? This is supposed to be a day of peace, a day of shalom, a day of rest, right? But we know that the high alerts have been going on over there in Israel because of the fact that they were expecting to get attacked. This is the same tactic that the Greeks used during our times in our captivities when we was in uh, under the Greek rule. We were getting attacked on the Sabbath because they knew it was our day of rest and that we wouldn't attack back until Judas Maccabeus said, "Well, you know what? The heck with that. Grace and mercy of the Lord rest upon us. We got to fight back on the Sabbath." So in a day when there's peace and safety, here comes sudden destruction. All right. So let's look at this article real quick, and I'm gonna share this with y'all. Iran has launched a drone attacks at Israel. IDF military says Iran launched an attack on Israel, escalating long-standing tensions between the two nations. Iran accused Israel of perpetrating the strike on the consulate in Damascus. We know all the background story. Let's get to the meat. All right. Iran on Saturday launched attacks against Israel, according to the Israel Defense Forces, escalating long-standing tensions between the two nations that have the potential to trigger a regional war. Strains between Iran and Israel have been heating up since the start of the war in Gaza in October. Let's look down here. Iranian leaders, including Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, pledged to retaliate against Israel for the Damascus strike on Israel, in turn, threatened a counterattack of its own. Israel has neither confirmed nor denied its involvement in the Damascus attack. Everybody knows that they did. Of course, they're going to lie or, decline to acknowledge their involvement. But here we see here, if Iran attacks from its territory, Israel will react and attack Iran. So last night, DSTM, we was already talking about them potentially going after the nuclear targets and nuclear facilities within Iran. So that was already on the plan that was going to be their next attack. Then, if you remember, you're looking at the Edomite Scott Ritter. He says that the ultimate, one of the attacks that Iran could do or utilize within this war, because now we're looking at a war, would be for them to attack Dimona, which is a rest haven for many Israelites that's out there in communities. Why? Because that's the hub of their nuclear facilities and their nuclear weaponry. So Israel's saying that they're going to attack back. It's going to be a back and forth, right? So the war has begun. If Iran attacks from its territory, Israel will react and attack Iran. Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz wrote in a Wednesday post on X, tagging the Ayatollah's account. On Friday, Slow Biden said he anticipated that Iran might strike Israel sooner or later ahead of the attacks on Saturday. Biden was en route back to the White House earlier than initially scheduled to meet with his national security team amid the growing prospect of an Iranian strike. Uh, they did seize a ship in the Strait of Hormuz earlier this morning for us, and then they went and hit the drone strikes. So here we see early on Saturday, Iran's Revolutionary Guard seized the Portuguese flag cargo ship with links to Israel in the Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping route. The White House condemned the move shortly after. Man, the White House is always jumping up, condemning everybody's moves, but every ounce of dirt that they do, all of the bodies that they done buried, all of the condemning of the attacks on the kitchen aid workers and all of that, they still go back and co-sign more murder, more death, more destruction, right? So they speak out in condemnation. Meanwhile, they do all their own dirt, man. But anyway, continuing on. So it says seizing a civilian vessel without provocation is a blatant violation of international law and an act of piracy by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, designed foreign terrorist organization, National Security Council spokesman Adrian Watson posted ahead of the attack on Israel. Also announced at the beginning on Sunday it would close schools and limit gatherings to 1,000 people in certain areas. So not only with this, America's been running with the narrative of be prepared for terrorist attacks here on land because of the bombing that happened over there at the consulate. I mean, at the over there in Damascus at the Islamic, well, not Islamic, but Iranian consulate, right? So let me see if I can find a little article on that real quick. I think they were saying it's based after what was happening in Russia. Uh, yeah, here's one real quick. So of course they're gonna, pump up the fact that there might be an attack here in America. The border's wide open. There could be some of these sleeper cell Ishmaelites, Iranians, or they could be, sliding up in here, being prepared to carry out an attack. So that threat is there. How credible it is, who knows? But at the same time, now that this bombing is taking place, now that the war done cracked off, it's fair to say that we may be looking at an attack that happens within American soil. We'll see. So FBI director warns of potential ISIS terrorist attacks on the U.S. This was just when was this published? 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago, right? So they're talking about ISIS. So they've got to be prepared for ISIS. They got to be prepared for Iran. America's going to be getting hit up, right? So we'll see what ends up happening from this. Right now, it's just breaking news. Breaking news. Don't shoot the messenger. DSTM. Notice here it says breaking news, man. We don't have information about how many people have been dead, how many got hit, what the damage that was done. All that is unclear. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. We do know that Iran's made good on their word and carried out an attack on Israel. All right, on the Sabbath. So let's keep our eyes on that, man. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. Why Yahweh Shah. This is your brother IQAhmath. I acquire first name. IQ is all the same. Always remember, fear the Most High. Keep the commandments. Don't shoot the messenger. Just a quick little impromptu video, man. Shalom.